So, this is the first of the new Wednesday videos since my reboot. I'm going to call it a reboot because it was, in a way. It was me redoing everything I do on this channel. So yes, we're talking about a film. If you can't tell from the title, I'll tell you what it is. It's below now, isn't it? Yes, it's below the video. Ghostbusters. The new Ghostbusters. I saw it last week. I saw it on Friday. It's now Wednesday. We're going to talk about it. I have actually written I'm actually a professional now. I wrote a script. Well, I wrote notes that I want to talk about. There's about a page of notes that I want to talk about because it's interesting, this film. Okay, there's going to be spoilers because you can't avoid it because you need to talk about it. So sorry if you haven't watched it. Go watch it. I would actually recommend go watch it. I'll explain why in a minute. But yes, to start with, I'm not going to rip into it like I did when I first saw the trailer. I'm not going to do that, and I refuse to do that because this is going to be reviews. It's not going to be ripping into things. Often. It's going to rip into things sometimes, but yes. So, overall, my overall impression was it wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. That's not really a glowing recommendation, is it? No. But yes, it wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. That's all I can say. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't good. So, but that's all I can say for it. I'm going to go into more detail in a second. So yes, the story was all right. Actually, it was actually all right. It wasn't bad. It wasn't good though. It was. I'm going to explain it now. This is the most spoilery bit. If you don't want to hear, just go la la la. Put your fingers in your ear and go la 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 la. Do that, okay? The story. It's about someone who is trying to bring forth the paranormal, and the Ghostbusters is starting business again. It's weird. It's not a great story. It's an okay story. It's very similar to the first Ghostbusters, but it's not at the same time. It's okay. It's not a bad story. It's not a good story. That's all I can say. It's not good. It's not bad. I don't know what else I'm going to say. My laptop's turned off. But yes, it's not good and it's not bad. That's all I can say about it, really. I don't know what else I can say. I can't think what else I can say about it. The characters in it are actually good. I like some of them, I don't like others. They're okay, but some of them are very underdeveloped. Like, the two main characters, I don't know. I got no idea. Yeah, I can't remember the names for the life of me. I had it written down, but they're not the right ones. So, we've got the main characters, there's four of them. I can't remember names. We've got the smart one, there's two smart ones, the mad engineer, and Patty. I know Patty because I've got a note about her. They're good, they're underdeveloped because they don't, there's obviously a backstory between the two mains, which is, I can't remember names, I actually can't. The main character is the one who's professor and gets fired because she believes in ghosts. And then there's the other one who's believed in ghosts and now is researching it. Yes. I'm going to say, the mad engineer, I can't remember her name for the life of me. In the trailer, she's the blonde one with the short hair. She is amazing, she is great, and I love her character. Because she has some of the best lines in the movie. It's just, her character is brilliant. And I've got to say that. Her character is absolutely great, and she plays it amazingly. She doesn't do much enough. She has some of the best lines in the movie. But, I don't know. Now then, this is where it's a bit serious and maybe a bit controversial. Patty, she's a black woman who works in the New York subway. So then, this is gonna maybe sound racist. I'm gonna try and knock this off, but I'm saying this as a criticism of the film, more than anything. Her character is very stereotypical. I'm not saying it that way, but it is. And I'm gonna say, is it bordering on being racist, this film? No, I'm not gonna say that, because it isn't. But it's very cliched, it's playing on the fact that, yeah, it's playing on them cliches that a lot of films have before. It's a cheap writing trick, and I can see why they've done it, because it's cheap, easy comedy, but I don't know, I don't think it was right for this film. It shouldn't have been done like that. If you're gonna, with the imaging they're going for, with maybe the feminist side of things, which they have done in part, we don't know. I don't think they should have done that because it's detrimental to what they want to do, I think. Just a personal opinion on that, but it's very cliche and very stereotypical, borderlining on racist at points. But I'm not going to knock marks off for that. But I'm just mentioning it because I'm not happy with how they did it. I don't know how to put it in the words, but yes. They've also got Chris Hemsworth in it. Who is an amazing actor. I love Chris Hemsworth. I like a lot of his work. He's a great actor. But he's playing a ditzy receptionist, which is very funny. Like, he has some great lines, some great comedy bits. He also ends up becoming the villain at some point. Like, halfway through, later end of the film, the villain possesses him and stuff. It's a weird film. If you don't know that, it's a weird film. But yes, he plays a ditzy receptionist. And he's really underused. He should have had a much larger role if he was going to be in it. Talking about the other characters, there are cameos of a majority of the original Ghostbusters. Like 3 out of the 4 are in it. Yeah, 3 out of the 4 main male leads are in it. The only one that isn't is because I remember he's reading somewhere he quit acting. But yeah, they're all in it. They play different roles, and it's like an obvious cameo, like the Stan Lee ones they do. But it's an obvious cameo. But yes, they're good. It's a nice homage to the original films. I like that they did it. They didn't have to, but they did, so it's good. The film overall looks actually really nice. The effects aren't amazing. They're not like Avatar level of effects, but they look really nice and they do the job for what they wanted to do. The writing is actually pretty good. I've got to give that. The writing is quite good. It's not the best writing I've seen. It's not horror level. It's not like Oscar winning, but it's pretty good. It's not bad. Some very good jokes that made me laugh. I don't laugh out loud very often, but I did actually in this film. There was a few that made me. There are a few moments where it tries to take itself seriously, but doesn't do it well. And I don't think it needed to. What it was wanting to do, it didn't need to take itself seriously. Just a personal thing, but with going for the 12A rating, I don't think they could have gone any further of taking it seriously. There are definitely lines in it which are put in for the adults who are watching it, such as one of the main leads is like infatuated with Chris Hemsworth, and they're just obsessed with him. And she's like, and one of the others just goes, "Oh, you're all sweaty." It's amazing. It's obviously hinting towards the adults. That's a joke for them. It's like some old cartoons do. So. Overall, this is the summary. We're summarising it all together now. I don't think it was a bad film. But I didn't think it was a great film. I still stand by my point that the reboot didn't need to be made. It should have been a sequel to the originals. But the reboot wasn't necessary. And I'm going to stand by that, like what I'm saying. It wasn't a necessary reboot. It should have been a sequel. Even if you called it like Ghostbusters Redone or something, Ghostbusters Reunited, it should have been the original 3, or however many were, I can't remember off the top of my head, them selling the business. It should have been that. Just a personal thing, that's what I believe they should have done. It shouldn't have been a reboot. I like that they paid homage to the originals with the cameos, but it just didn't need to be made. I'm going to stand by that, and I'm not denying that. So overall, this is where we give it a final rating. We're going to give it a grade. I'm giving it 3.5 out of 5. Ba-da! Remember, edit that in. Remember to edit that in, Taylor. I did, didn't I? Yeah. Yeah, I'm giving it 3.5 out of 5, mainly because of the good writing, some of the good jokes, a few of the characters. I just think it's absolutely brilliant. No, it's not brilliant. The few bits they did well are very well done, but it doesn't hang together. The whole film doesn't hang together. I'm just going to say that now, and that's my personal opinion, and that's just what I think. So that's it. I hope you enjoyed my review of Ghostbusters. Tell me in the comments what you thought of it, if you have seen it. If you haven't seen it, go and watch it, and then tell me. I would recommend watching it. It's different. It's something weird. It's different. It's funny. It's not amazing, but it's worth watching. It's well worth watching at some point in your life. If it comes out when it comes out on DVD or Blu-ray, pick it up then. It'll probably be pretty cheap. Pick it up then. Just watch it. It's only like 90 or so minutes. I think it's 90 to 2 hours. I think it's about 2 hours. It's well worth watching. Just sit down, put it on, get a bag of popcorn, watch it. It's quite funny. It's well worth watching. But I hope you enjoyed it. Tell me in the comments what you thought. Tell me what other films I should watch and what I should review. I go to the cinema an awful lot, so if it's in the cinema, I probably will go watch it. So yeah, hit that like button, hit that favourite button, hit that subscribe button, which will be around here-ish probably. Hit that subscribe button and you won't miss any of the content I produce. And I'll see you guys later. And Purity, out!